David, I must say thanks for picking me up at the airport. That's okay. So how was your flight? It was pretty good. Brian, it's over 20 years since I haven't seen you. I am so glad you came back to visit our homeland. You are my eldest brother. Our relatives will be happy to see you. What was that loud sound? One of the front tires of my car just went into a pothole on the road. But that can damage your car. I know, at least 4 times a year, I have to take my car in for repairs because of the damages caused by potholes in the city streets. It is costing me a fortune. But why can't the government employ a couple of private contractors to fix those potholes in the streets? That is not a priority. Do you think this country is making progress? Yes. Tell me about some of the developments you have seen. Well, we now have huge hotels, giant food stores, and other big businesses that are going up in certain areas. That does not sound like real progress. Why do you say that? Real progress is when a nation has good roads, good transportation, low unemployment, and also a low crime rate, and clean water. Why are so many people standing over there? I can see 2 long lines of people. They are pensioners. They often have to wait in long lines to collect their monthly pension or their national insurance benefits. There must be a better way to reduce the long lineups. Do you have any suggestions? I think the government should encourage people to sign up for direct deposit so that the funds can be sent directly to their bank accounts. You have to keep in mind that many poor people do not have a bank account, hence they may have no other choice but to line up to collect their pension. I think the government should look into this. Seniors have worked long and hard over the years. They deserve to be treated better. I agree. Well, we finally arrived at my home. So how are you enjoying your holiday so far? So far, it has been good. I am thankful for everything. The only problem I am having is that I cannot sleep peacefully at nights. Why is that? I do not understand why the rum shop that is next to your house is allowed to play music so loud at nights. I am sorry to hear that. For years I have been complaining about this, but no one seems to care. I think one way of solving this problem is to have separate zoning for rum shops, residential houses, factories, and so on. When I hear people swearing in the streets and the loud car horns during the day, I cannot say if you live in a residential or slum area. What do you mean? This area that I live in looks okay to me. I hope that I am not offending you. You have to keep in mind that next to your house, and so many others around here, there are rundown buildings with heaps of garbage in front of them. Yesterday, when I saw some people littering in the streets and throwing their garbage in the trenches, it really annoyed me. This is a poor country, Brian. It's gonna take time for it to develop. I agree. Right now, I am more concerned about people's safety. If one of those houses suddenly collapses, or the zinc roofing flies off of it, it can injure or kill someone. I think some of those old buildings and homes that are falling apart should be condemned if they are considered unfit for people to live in. I do not think that what you are suggesting will bring about any change, because many people seem unconcerned. I believe that if certain rules are put in place, you can change the mentality of some people, either by telling them that they will be fined for littering or for violating the law. People can also be encouraged to take responsibility. Well, we have been talking for a while. Today I would like you to take me to the downtown area to visit the marketplace. I am sorry. It is not safe to go in the downtown area. Why? Robbers tend to know when you are a foreigner. I am afraid someone may try to rob you. It is better to go to the new shopping mall, where there is a level of security. I did not realize that crime is so bad here. This is not good for the tourism industry of any country. Since I have been living in this country, no elected leader was able to bring crime under control. I wish that each of the major regions of our country had a separate police commissioner so that a collective effort could be made to combat crime. Why do you want to see this happen? Because it is less likely for all police commissioners to be corrupt at the same time. Most developed nations have separate senior police officials. Brian, amid all the problems we spoke about, I am optimistic that in the coming years, things are going to change for the better. What makes you so hopeful? Our country is now an oil-producing nation. I am happy to hear that. However, based on the high volume of traffic on the narrow city streets, the poor drainage system, and the unsafe buildings that I saw, I think the government should create a new city with better roads, with separate areas for shopping, for factories, for restaurants and bars, and for residential housing. That sounds like a good idea. Well, we've had a long talk. It's time for us to go to the mall. Wait a minute, before we go, I want to ask you about the racial problems in this country. I must say that it still exists unto this day. I don't think racism will completely go away in any nation, because you do not know the kind of feelings some people silently harbor in their hearts for others of a different race. However, I am optimistic that in the coming years, people will be more respectful to others. Why do you believe that? Because many will come to learn that it is disrespectful to call someone a racist because they disagree with you. I think it is good to keep in mind what some have said, and that is, to be a racist, you have to have racist intentions. You seem like an open-minded person. Brian, recently, people from various nations have been settling in this country, and it is possible that our country will eventually have a multiracial or mixture of people, leading to cultural diversity. In spite of all the problems in my homeland, I still love this country, because it has so many beautiful places to see. It's a country where people are friendly, and they like to laugh and smile a lot. Well, I am glad we had these discussions. It's time for us to go now. Alright.
Hi, if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more of my videos on a wide range of topics, please hit the subscribe button and click on the link in the description.